If you are Welsh, what would you give for a repeat of these scenes from 8 years ago? The squad given a hero's welcome on their return to Cardiff after they'd reached the semi-final of Euro 2016. Well, the current squad has its own shot at success tomorrow when they take on Finland in the Euro 2024 playoff semi-final. Geraint Hughes is waiting to speak to us. Geraint, always good to see you. Gareth Bale was always the hero when we used to do these chats before a Wales game. Who's going to step up now?
I think it's got to be a collective, and I think that has been the long-term plan. They always knew that Gareth Bale was going to retire sometime after the World Cup back in Qatar. Whether he would get another campaign in him was always a bit of a slim chance. They were planning bringing through young players, Mike, and they've done that. It's been what's called a transition period, but I think we're seeing the seeds sort of starting coming to bear here, with a lot of these young players coming through at their clubs, getting regular time on the pitch with their clubs, both in the Premier League and at the top end of the Championship. 4 Leeds United players in this Wales squad here as well, and look where they are in the Championship as well. So I think there's an exciting young generation, but it's a collective rather than the individual genius of Gareth Bale. Nevertheless, they've got to do this without Gareth Bale. They got as far as they could, as close as they could in the qualifying campaign, but now you've alluded to a semi-final now against Finland tomorrow night. If they win that, a final back here in Cardiff next week, but they've got to do it without Gareth Bale.
Look, we don't have Gareth Bale this time. That's obviously a big loss for Wales. He's probably our greatest ever player, so yeah, it's different, but that doesn't mean that there's any different feeling within the camp. We got a very motivated group, boys that have been there before, boys that have experience, and some boys who are playing at the top of their game. So yeah, we're more than confident in the squad that we've got.
Geraint, I know you've been asked many times, and I'm a man who likes tradition, so I'm going to ask it as well. Is Aaron Ramsey going to play? Going to start?
Right, I'll break that down. I'm not bored of that question because I think Rob Page is bored of me asking the question when he sprang a bit of surprise last week by selecting Aaron Ramsey in the squad, and then throughout the week as well. Right, I'll give you my honest appraisal here, Mike. Will he start? No. Will he play? Yes. Unless Wales are out of sight, 3-4-0 or something by half-time. But these games, Finland are here for a reason. Let's not carry it away. They're a decent side, very decent side. I think it's going to be one of those nervy nights. So, yes, he is certainly available to play some part for Rob Page. A little earlier today, Mike, I once again went back to Rob Page, trying to sort of poke him and see would he give me any more on how he might use Aaron Ramsey. This is how he replied to me.
Look, I don't want this all to be about Aaron. He's fit. He's in the squad. I think it's a little bit disrespectful to the other players that we've got in the squad as well. We've now got DJ playing really well at Leeds. All right, he's had a little bit of time off through injury, but he's back scoring goals. Kiefer's gone out and he's scoring goals. Brennan playing in the Premiership week in, week out and scoring goals. Brooksy, went to watch him at Birmingham. I said a couple of weeks back, he was on another level. We've got a pool of players at the top part of the pitch now that are competing for the position to start. And Aaron is one of them, of course he is, but it's not just what he offers on the pitch, it's off it as well as experience. So to have him involved was definitely beneficial for us, and we'll see. I'm not going to tell you whether he's starting or not, of course not, but we'll see what impact he can have, if any.
So, he's not giving a huge amount of away, but I think we know where we are with what Aaron Ramsey can give Wales. Off the pitch, very obvious. On the pitch, probably just to do to his lack of football over the last 5 months or so, it's probably limited, and Rob Page will have a plan how and when to use him. Just to reassure you, after that press conference, Rob and I, we kissed and made up. It was all fine. We had a little chat and a laugh about things as well. He knows we've got to ask these questions about Aaron Ramsey, that they are going to, at times, dominate proceedings as well. One quick thing, if I may, just to bring you up with a question that was asked about maybe a lack of communication about Aaron Ramsey between Wales and Cardiff. And it was robustly thrown out by Rob Page that that sort of the two haven't been talking to each other. He very, very clearly laid out that the medical staff from Cardiff and from the FA of Wales talk daily, know each other, everyone knows what's going on. Maybe just a throwaway flippant comment by the Cardiff City manager slightly annoyed Rob Page today that there was no communication there. Page suggested perhaps the communication error was on behalf of the manager of Cardiff City, certainly not the medical teams of either the club or the country.
Ouch. Geraint Hughes, live from Cardiff. Thank you.